welcome to another episode. Something a little bit different today. I'm not going to carry on with the patrol build. I've had an issue with my daily Raptor in the back there. I was doing some washing, cleaning on it. Yeah, give it a good old scrub after the last a lot of camping I done with it. I took it a bit off-roading, so I was giving it a good clean. Cleaning the engine bay down, and I noticed this, which is a split boost hose. I couldn't really hear any whistling or anything, so I don't think it's completely blown through, but I can imagine that was swelling up quite dramatic. I can't even speak today. Dramatically. I'm surprised it hasn't gone pop because it's fairly thin on the inside. It might have been leaking, I just probably didn't hear it. But I don't like the design of the standard Ford one. I probably could have just went and got this piece from Ford. The partner was on top, but I've decided to upgrade while I'm here. But yeah, it's just not a good design. I mean, you've got a clamp here, then obviously you've got a join here, 2 Jubilee clips on, then this obviously flexi, and then back on to obviously another rubber hose that goes down onto the intercooler. And on this side, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but down in here is leaking quite a bit. Yeah, the O-ring's leaking where it goes into the intercooler. So I had a quick look online, and APC 4-wheel drive done a Plasma Man kit. So I got onto them. Shout out to APC 4-wheel drive, not sponsored by any way. It's just out here, obviously in Australia, shipping times can be fairly long. I think I ordered this last week. I think it took about 6-7 days to come, which is fairly good. Yeah, so it's coming in a Dobinson's box. Obviously it's not Dobinson's, but what we've got is obviously Plasma Man branded hoses. So we've got a left and a right intercooler hose, or inlet outlet, whichever you want to call them. It's all packaged fairly well. Again, APC 4-wheel drive, put a nice little stubby cooler in. Thanks very much for that, guys. Always nice to have bits and pieces in the box. And there you go, special gift, $100 wine voucher. I'll have to have a look. 100 off their initial order, so I'll have a look at that. Missus will be happy. Yeah, so it comes with some hose clamps, some O-rings, some assembly lube, and obviously the clips, which I really don't like, that sort of clip style, but Ford have put it on there. If it was my way, everything would have been obviously barb fittings. I think the 3.2 is standard barbs. They've just gone with this for the 2 litre, I don't know why. There's the adapters, obviously from the standard barbed fitting to their stupid clip-on fitting, which always fails. So they got nice billet adapters. Plasma Man have done a fairly good job on making these. They've also included double O-rings on the inside, whereas the standard push-on fittings with Ford have only got one like lip seal in them, which leak, hence why mine's leaking. So yeah, there's 4 of those. Obviously the clips, the pipes. They've also included some more obviously promotional material. They do intercooler kits. I know they do a full intercooler kit for the Raptor as well. I didn't go down that route because I'm not mapping it, not doing anything to it. It's just being a reliable daily. Intercoolers, I might have a look and see if they do some intercoolers to fit the patrol build. Maybe I might be able to hit them up and get an intercooler through them. They do a lot of FG stuff, Barra stuff by the look of it, which is quite cool. And they also do inlet manifolds for VLs, BABF FGs, and 4G 63s, which is quite cool. But yeah, also a sticker. Don't know if I'll put that anywhere, but nice to see promotional stuff in the box. I'm just going to get all my tools out now, get everything set up. I'll get the camera set up, and see how easy this kit is to install. So, here we are. I've got my tools set out, got the parts down beside me. Let's get stuck in. I think all you're going to need is, got a right angle pick. I've got a 7mm Jubilee hose clamp screwdriver, and I've got another screwdriver with an 8mm on it, because the ones on the Ford pipe are 7mm and the ones supplied are 8mm. So yeah, I'll get cracking now. These clips just push down, literally push down by hand, and it should just pull off, he says. There's one, and second clip's a bit of a pain to get to. Try a bit of a different angle. I think you've got crash sensor and aircon pipe in the way. Let's see if I can get a screwdriver just to pry it off.
A few moments later.
That's it. That's the Badger. I don't know why face track's gone off, but there we go. See, that's the top one. You can see how badly it was split. Split all the way around. Like, that's the clips. So what you have to do, it sits that way up, is push these clips down, because they clip in on the bottom there, and obviously on the top. And when you push them down, they obviously free up. So you can take them off if you're not going to reuse them. Just take them off. And obviously inside you can see, if it'll focus and get out of the auto thing, there's only one single lip seal in there, which tend to leak under boost. So that's that one off. So I think that's the old one. So you get some O-rings. Why is that gone down there now again? Apologies for the camera, guys. It sort of does its own thing. So I've got a bag of petroleum jelly, I'm guessing, or lube to get your O-ring. Obviously put plenty. Makes it easier to install, so you don't have an issue. Plenty of that on there, and then they just sit inside the adapter. There's one. There's two, so they just sit in the grooves. My hands are all full of crap now. Let me get a rag. And where you want to get assembly lube all over my car. Cut this open. Obviously, we got the locking rings. The locking rings will just sit over like this. Obviously the points clipping back, clip in. You can see then there's 3 points of lock. Put some, I'll swing you around. So on here, let's get some more assembly lube. And just put it around the pipe. And then this should just push on. Just double check. And it should clip, the clip should clip in straight away, but possibly, there we go. And that's in. Just wasn't on quite enough. So that's one on. As you can see, there is an arrow up at the top here. Obviously just line it up with that slot. This one doesn't matter, but the one on the intercooler has got a slot on it, so just keep in mind of that. So that's on. I'll do exactly the same with this second one. Just put some more O-rings, more lube, into the adapter. There's one. Apologies about the wind noise, if you can hear the wind noise. It's a bit windy out here today. That's the second one in. So again, obviously that slot lines up with the slot on the intercooler. Just make sure I give it a bit of a clean off. Try and clean the slot up a bit. Put some more assembly lube around the intercooler inlet, and then that should get a better angle. Why? Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. Just gonna pop these O-rings out and just make sure the flange fits over without the O-rings in. And it does fairly easily. Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on. So the flange fits over fine, or the adapter. Let me come up a bit really. The adapter fits in fine without the O-rings in. So I'm just gonna heat more of this stuff on. Sort of lube it up a bit more and see if she goes on, but she's tight, like extremely tight. So no, it's not the adapter or anything, it's just the fact of it's tight. I'll clean all that up with brake cleaner later so it doesn't slip the hose. But it does not want to go. Might have to get a bit angry with it. See if she'll go in. She just doesn't want to sit in properly. Don't understand why. I physically can't get him in. So start on the left hand side, the airbox. So there's two Jubilee clips. There's one that goes from this inlet into the airbox, turbo inlet, and then obviously on the bottom there was another small little breather that fits to the top of the airbox. So just remove that, got that out of the way, which gives me more room to play with. Same again on this one, there's a clip on one side, clip on the other. And that's the clip off. Clip out the way. And that just pulls off. And then the same on the intercooler. This is the side that's been leaking. Just put a rag over the inlet so it doesn't don't put any crap in there, which is not good. The other clip off, pull the hose off, that's the other hose out. And then clean off the turbo inlet. So grease up the O-rings, just clearing away some of this crap on here. Get rid of some of these old clips. So got the one for the turbo. That should just push on. I wish the other one pushed on as easy as that just did. Put the small clip on. Then the one on the, it's starting to rain, which is fantastic. I might have to leave this a second. Because I'm going to get soaked. That's that side done. Nice click. Try and get this done before it hammers down. So there's the turbo one on, and down there is the intercooler one. Just gonna run my tools inside. Everything doesn't get soaking wet. Well, we've got this hose. That's that one. So got this hose, which is the orientation of it. That way, don't forget to put the Jubilee clips on. I like to put them all the same rotation, same angle. I'll get some cleaner. Just get some brake cleaner, spray it over the adapters, because the last thing you want is rubber grease on the inside of your nice new silicone hoses, because that wouldn't be nice at all, because they'll end up just keep popping off. So give the old adapters a good spray, make sure they're nice and clean, get all that grease off the fittings and off of the adapters. Once that's done, get your new hose, fire that onto both sides. That Jubilee clip must be opened up a bit more. Make sure the orientation's nice. Push the hose clamp into position, making sure that the clamp is over the barb fitting, which it now is. Make sure the orientation is nice, make sure there's nothing touching. Obviously do your Jubilee clips up, or hose clamps, whatever you want to call them. Just ensuring that you don't over tighten them. That's one. Make sure it's snug. Like I said before, make sure nothing's touching, make sure it's not rubbing, because there's nothing worse than having a boost hose rub through. Oh, you're gonna get soaked here. Yeah, well. And don't cut your finger open. So, that's one side done. Obviously adapter, hose, down to adapter. This intake, turbo intake pipe or thing can go back on. Blood, sweat and tears gone into this, which is great. Right, I'm gonna stop there because I'm getting soaking. Well, back again. Rain has stopped a bit. I am absolutely soaking, but it's eased off now, and I did manage off camera, bit of swearing, bit of persuasion, but come on, it's on. That was an absolute nightmare to get on. I don't know why, because the other side was a lot easier, so I don't know whether the O-rings had expanded or I'm not entirely sure, but that was a nightmare. I did swap, obviously I got that one on first. I took that off and put that on down the bottom, so obviously the O-rings are compressed a small bit. But yeah, let me get this set up again. So that's got that there. And clean. Clean this intake pipe up. Make sure there's no grease on it. Get a clean rag. Another clean rag. Take a pipe. Hose clamps. I think got it the right way. and it should fit. That side there, that side there. By the looks of it, I'm gonna have to get one side on first and then give it a pull to fit it on the other side. One side on, and I'll get the one on the engine. And there we have it. Well, that's it. They're finally on. So there we are. Plasma Man intercooler hoses. They're fairly rigid, to be honest. By the look of it, there's they've got inserts in them. I didn't notice that, but she's all on. This plastic inlet into the inlet manifold, you can get a metal one. So if this does crack, I will upgrade that to the metal one, which I think does away with this clamp, but I'll have to have a look. But yeah, that's it. That one's on there. And that one's on there. And overall fitment, as I said, all of them went on fine bar that one on the intercooler. I'm not 100% sure why. It's just really, really tight. But yeah, quality of pipe work, really good. The machine work on the clamps, the adapter's really good. And I did notice as well, the Jubilee clips aren't some cheap Chinese ones. They are actually USA. I don't know the make of them, but they're a decent quality stainless hose clamp, which is good. Yeah, all in all, good kit. Just got to take it for a test drive now, make sure it's not leaking, make sure they don't blow off, which they are all seated and all fitted properly. But yeah, good bit of kit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.